Remember, this wasn't built for this bus. It was built for donkey carts, you know. And the cars that the Africans were actually pulling the stones to the top. This is the same trail buses. You gotta take your time.
Very tight.
They took to pull the stones to the very top, but they just paved. And the same road up, the same road you have to take back down.
It's about noon time, and there are 4 or 5 big cruise ships in, and you can see this parking lot has gotten quite full. It's quite a steep path up to the fortress on top of the hill. So here we are at Brimstone Hill Fortress. Now this is the view from up on top. That's Eustachius. Here comes a guy up the road that we came up. So at some point the French surrounded this fort and outnumbered the Brits up here, who were probably dying of the heat, and the French won.
Hey, Frank.
But eventually, the Treaty of Paris, 1783, was given back to the Brits. Treaty of Paris, 1783, ended the American Revolutionary War, so I don't know how the Brits got hardly anything. This is a nice, lush scenery here behind the fort. Here's some more cannon. I can imagine it was real warm down here. This is, I guess, the parade grounds and the living quarters. There's Stu waiting for me. There's the tour buses, and there's another part of the fortress that we're not going to have time to go to. It would have been too easy to get there. This is a ramp about halfway up. I'm taking a break. I'm not that age anymore. There's Stu down at the bottom. Just took a picture of me from halfway up. Hopefully the bus won't leave without me.
Yeah.
So this is the volcano.
That's the volcano right there.
Different views from different angles, but this is the one we've got today.
This is the one behind the Brimstone Hill. This is the view you get from looking at it from behind the fort.
It was actually used by the British when they were here on the fort, but they actually leading it to the bathroom. So sometimes we run out of water very quickly, you know. Because right to this same village, Sandy Point. He's one of the persons responsible for a lot of the Africans coming from Africa. He was actually living in Africa at one point in Sierra Leone, so he knew about the slave trade. But he's actually one of the persons to fight who actually ended that trade between the Caribbean and Africa. Yeah.
Yeah, he and Wilberforce.
Yep.
1832.
Yep. He fought for that to end, and he did get it to end.
Yep.
Happening here.
He provided all the information to the influential politicians who could make the case out there. Without his information, nothing would happen.
Nothing would happen. He would have been the same.
Yeah.
He used to actually do it, you know, so he knew, and he had all the information about what used to take place. He became a Christian, you know. He became a Christian. I think he became pastor of a church in England too.
Yeah, he had a change of life.
Yep.
When he
had a hard time changing his life because people didn't really believe him, you know. People had a hard time convincing people he's a changed man, but he actually got it done, you know.
Yep. It's an incredible story.
Yep, John Newton, he's one of the persons who really ended the slave trade, but you know, he was actually in it. We get most of the rain in June, go all the way to November. There was actually a week in November, I think it was maybe 2-3 years ago, we had rain the whole week. I'm telling you, every day actually rain. It just rain, like a cloud was actually over St. Kitts, and it just pour rain on the island. All the hurricanes, but they send rain on the islands when they pass at the outskirts. So sometimes they pass you, and then the aftermath is just a lot of thunderstorms in the back, where rain just be showering down on the island. The government brought in two machines, but the machines wasn't working because they were cutting the sugarcane too short, and then they're going over. The blades were actually pulling in the stones inside the cane fields and getting messed up. So sometimes you find the machines are down, and then less manpower now because only a little bit of men was actually cutting the sugarcane. So they really had to close down that factory and now wait to tourism. That is why we have the St. Kitts Marriott that's located on the south side, and the Park Hyatt that's also here. We also have a Ramanda hotel is building. It's under construction right now, but that's located way north of the island.
There's supposed to be some monkeys in there.
Yeah, they're right inside there though.
Don't see them today.
So there's 50,000.
Here he comes
Where are
down.
they?
They're in the mountains and on the beach all over the island itself.
But
They're not
not
just
here.
one spot.
But not here.
But they're three inside there. They got a young one inside there too. That's the mother one that came down. The male is that's equivalent to
Gasoline's about
$5 US a gallon.
Oh, $5 a gallon. That's
Yep, $5 US a gallon. $5 US a gallon. It's like equivalent to $13 of our money. Teachers college here in St. Kitts. You can be a carpenter or mason. But to be like a doctor, you have to fly overseas, maybe to Cuba. The only born doctor on the island, he went to study in Cuba for like 7 years.
really.
Only born doctor on the island. He is a Kittitian.
But you have a medical college here.
Yeah, we do have a medical college, but it's mostly foreign students. There's a process for you to go through to get into the medical school. You can't just say because you finished with the school in St. Kitts, you can get in. You cannot get in from our university. You have to go to another university.
That's our ship. And then there's the Princess.
To sell it, but you got to be at the age of 18 to drink it. 18 is the age to go in the casino, to drink alcohol, to drive, and to be with somebody else. You got to be 18. So we got the grilled chicken here, some people selling the local food over here. These are things that we do.
Pier for the cruise ships is right there, and there's a Freedom of the Seas next to the Crown Princess. Huge big ships. And here's lots of opportunities to spend money. There's 5 ships in today, 4 big ones and us.